That start by Rohit Sharma is what has allowed Rahul and Virat Kohli to play watchfully, work the ones and the twos. India is still scoring at a pretty good rate when you look at it. More than 5 runs over. And they'll run hard. Kohli will run hard. We'll try and put pressure, hope for a misfield. But that electric start from Rohit Sharma is the reason why India can now take a little time to consolidate. There it is, going down the pitch, playing the pull shot. And this is of course something that is a speciality. Again, treating the quicker bowler like a spinner. Using the feet to go down, hitting a 6. Punching off the back foot.
And in a World Cup final, 21 overs gone, 119 for 3.
सर मेंबरशिप होगा
पर मैंने तो यूज भी नहीं की,
फिर तो वेस्ट हो गई।
कैरी फॉरवर्ड कर दो।
ऐसा कहाँ होता है?
मेरी नीवा भोपाल हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी में।
मतलब
It lets me carry forward my unutilized base coverage to the next year.
जिंदगी को क्लेम कर ले।
हमारे लाखों चाहने वाले
जब अपनी टेंशन्स भूल जाते हैं तब लगता है कामयाब है हम।
पान बहार
पहचान कामयाबी की।
It is absolutely mammoth, this Narendra Modi Stadium. What you're seeing is this absolute giant crucible. But it's when you come inside, when you see the interiors, and then you look at it outwards from where you are, that you realize the enormity of the place you're in. Travis Head comes in. He's just rotating his bowlers to get as much out of the fifth, isn't he?
Yeah, he certainly is. Doing it really well. Head being the 7th bowling option that they'll use today. Played a key role in Australia's semi-final win against South Africa. Underrated bowler.
Well, he's already played a role today. Players like him are invaluable. Bad ball and today in the field. But these two have steadied the ship somewhat. The partnership may not have set the stands on fire. They may not exactly be screaming here at the Narendra Modi Stadium. They've done a wonderful rebuilding job. And both have the ability to get a move on. You look at KL Rahul at the moment. He's 21 of 43. He's the same player who made 100 of 63 balls.
And I think both Kohli and Rahul have to be very aware of Pat Cummins' tactics at the moment. Rattle through some overs of the all-rounders without really being put under a lot of pressure.
Still just a single.
And in big games such as finals, always looking for opportunities to take advantage at any stage. I want to go through a prolonged quiet period here and then lose a wicket. Brilliant captaincy from Cummins.
Down, Snudger.
And a fine over from Travis Head. Only 2 came off it. 121 for 3.
ओल्ड जनरेशन क्रिकेट जेंटलमैन्स गेम, न्यू जनरेशन क्रिकेट बैड बॉयज गेम, दोनों के अलग हैं ढंग, मगर स्वाद का एक है रंग। कमला पसंद इलायची, अनोखा स्वाद।
In the south end, Mitch Stark, 4 overs, 1 for 29. Sixth bowler used in the last 7 overs. So he's ringing the changes at the moment is Pat Cummins.
He's doing a great job, like I mentioned, as captain. Certainly you've got to recognise periods of play where you either want to slow things down or to speed them up. Right here and now for Australia, it's a matter of trying to get through overs as quickly as possible. Really bring down that run rate. Recognising this opportunity and then executing it.
Question for India too from here is, yes, they've stabilised things somewhat after India lost 2 quick wickets and were 3 down in 10.2. At what point did they start to think, I need to get a move on? We haven't had a boundary, for example, for a very, very long time. What's 74 balls now, 12 overs without a boundary.
Well, India will have that thought at the back of their minds when to get going, but taking into account that Srikakulam Yadav hasn't had much to bat in this tournament so far, he's next in. Jadeja also hasn't had a bat, and that can be the problem when your top 4 or 5 batters are in such good form. That's what happened in 2019, remember? The number 4 batter didn't get much opportunities at all because the top 3 had batted so well, and then suddenly wickets fell in the semi-finals against New Zealand, and that number 4 had no idea how to consolidate. So I think what they'll probably look to do is maybe bat another 10 overs, look to score at maybe 4 runs an over, get to 170 or thereabouts, and then the last maybe 15 or 18 overs they'll try and accelerate, try and then get to 300. That is what they'll be looking to do. At this stage, I think their ambitions have got to be a little modest. They should be looking closer to about 290, 300. That is what they should be looking. And if the partnership flourishes, goes till 40 overs, and then in the last 10 overs, somebody like a Srikakulam Yadav can come and play a T20 kind of innings, and suddenly in the next 10 overs, you score 100, 120, you've gone past 300. But that said, as Owen said, we have very good captaincy here. Pat Cummins has been brilliant. What he's done is, from one end, he's used his regular bowler, wicket-taking bowler, but at the other end, he's tried to finish off the quota of the non-regular bowlers. So he's had Maxwell, Zampa. I dare not call Zampa a non-regular bowler, of course, but even giving Travis had a couple of overs will mean that those overs will finish very quickly from one end. The 5th bowler's quota is what he will be worried about, Pat Cummins.
The guy's got 5 out already, and he's got a big wicket out of those 5 too. But India's still playing it in singles at the moment. 4 runs of that over. It's 125 for 3 from 23.
I'm back on this very controversial couch. Controversial with a K. Who are we?
Titania Nandan, I don't know who's who.
You should know, you made K3G.
She would be Bhabhi to you.
I'm not anyone's Bhabhi.
What is your go-to dance move at a party? Why didn't you attend the other party?
Me?
Yes, you. Because you and Amisha Patel have such history.
What history?
You were meant to do Kaho Na Pyare.
I'm ignoring Karan, as you all can see.
Hotstar Special, Coffee with Karan Season 8. Now streaming. Co-presented by Google Pixel and Jaguar Bath & Light on Disney Plus Hotstar.
And then the captain said, nah, hang on, maybe next over.
And rightly so. He was very impressive. Yeah. 2 big wickets in the semi-final. Heinrich Klaas, and that delivery didn't do a great deal. The second one, a huge amount of purchase off the wicket. Doubt that is the last we will see of him today. Cummins has turned to Mitchell Marsh.
Little inside edge. And in all fairness, none of them are really part-time bowlers. They're decent bowlers.
Just an off-cutter to start with here. A little bit of purchase. off the wicket. Australia adapting to conditions here really well. The thing you have to bear in mind, KL Rahul and Virat Kohli are in fine form. Facing all-rounders. Should be able to score. Not quite at will. At least access to boundary a little bit more often. Very quiet period now for a long time.
Nothing quiet about this. The Srikakulam aerobatics team. And I was watching the crowd as much as I was watching the players, and they were all enthralled watching up there. It was quite dramatic. These are skilled pilots, but it always leaves me a little tense. I don't know why.
I mean, there was one that came so close. I was actually a little bit worried that, for Ian Bishop.
Very highly skilled fighters. In this case, flying the aerobatics. Srikakulam. The ocean of blue, it's been silenced for a while. Not a single boundary in this partnership. It's now at 46. 285 at 6 and over. I remember Haydos on air a little while ago. It was about 315, 320 at the point. But I think both sides are aware of how this game is being played. I think Australia are aware that India are not going to take a chance. India saying it doesn't matter what you throw at us. This is how we're going to play for a while.
Absolutely, and I think a key part in setting a total, Virat Kohli will play. What is the total that he is thinking? Is it going to be a good one or a match-winning one in his head?
What is that total, Owen? I'll give you and Sunny 45 seconds, because the end of the over, it's 128 for 3.
शाबाजों का बेला है खेल कबड्डी हुनकारा जयकारा खेल कबड्डी खेल कबड्डी खेल कबड्डी शाबाजों का बेला है खेल कबड्डी हिम्मत की जज्बे की मिसालें रखती खेल कबड्डी 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 खेल कबड्डी
देखिए प्रो कबड्डी लीग सीजन 10 2 दिसंबर से।
4 overs gone. As I say, the only constant is change. Maxwell's made Cummins has made another change at the far end. Right, to a few, both have been very successful former captains. We're looking at this, almost half the innings over, 128 for 3. You've got an idea now of how the surface is going to play. What are you going to be happy setting them realistically, given where you are?
Now here, I think to start with, before you can even project another 25 and a bit overs ahead, you want to see this partnership take on a little bit more intent and a little bit more risk. I'm not saying hit sixes at will. I do think, having sat back and watched how their skipper played in the first power play, surface isn't as bad as the partnership that we're seeing at the moment. They're not really struggling. They're continuously finding the middle of their bat.
Take a look at this fielding effort here. I know he's got a slight favor, not that much favor of the bounce side. It's very low. It was the return. It was a return thrown off balance that was sensational.
Yeah, brilliant fielder. There's Marnus Labuschagne. Going back to project a total. Again, once the partnership is established a little bit more, and find the boundaries, then you can start looking towards 280, 290, possibly even 300. I feel here, if conditions do change later on and due forms, conditions will only get better to bat.
South Africa only made 212 and almost defended it.
Well, they're getting into a rut, this pair. The last few overs you'll have seen, but they haven't even taken 5 runs in over in singles. They should be looking to do at least 5 runs in singles. This over is 3 runs only. 131 for 3.
हमारे लाखों चाहने वाले
जब अपनी टेंशन्स भूल जाते हैं तब लगता है कामयाब है हम।
फान बहार
पहचान कामयाबी की।
Nine different bowlers now in the last 10 overs. Adam Zampa comes back, 3 overs for 14. Virat Kohli in strike, 131 for 3, halfway point in the innings. Kohli gets to 50 and the stadium finds its voice. It had been silenced for a while and everyone suddenly saying, yes, we are here, as Virat Kohli gets his 5th consecutive 59th half-century score in this tournament. It's been a fabulous tournament for Virat Kohli, but his job is just about begun.
Yes, very well compiled, a half-century, 50 or 56 deliveries. And you're right, he's got to stay right till the end, because that gives India hopes of getting to 280.
Nice, Obi.
25 of 55 to KL Rahul. He has now to look for the singles, if not the boundaries. The boundaries can dry up, no issues with that, but the singles mustn't.
That might be the first, that might be the first. They pull that back as well. Gee, this is a high security prison, there's no escaping. They're giving nothing away in the field. This man is 37 years old. Aren't you supposed to feel it, David Warner?
Terrific, absolutely terrific. This is the kind of support that bowlers ask for, and that is the one that puts pressure on the batters. The batter feels he's hit a shot good enough for a boundary.
Good shot. Got a bit overshadowed by the quality of the field. It was an excellent shot. It found the gap. To the longer side, might have been 4 on the other side. How often have we seen that right through this tournament? How often have we seen the eyes moving in that direction? Too early for that, my friends, too early for that. Another over goes by, only 4 of it. 26 gone, 135 for 3 India.
संभाल के कहीं विकेट ना गिर जाए। अब एंटरटेनमेंट से रहो नॉट आउट, क्योंकि आ गई है मेरी नई थ्रिलर अपूर्वा। Streaming now only on Disney Plus Hotstar.
bombshell that tells you why India have been doing well. 550 plus scores in a row for Virat Kohli, 4 for Shreyas Iyer. Kumar Sangakkara had a great World Cup back in 2015, as did Steve Smith in 2015, and Virat did that in 2019 too. Each of those 450 plus scores for Sangakkara was 100. Now Maxwell hurried onto him. His role's been underplayed a little bit, under-talked. Maxwell, his role as a bowler, he's played a very, very crucial role. Australia going with 4 full-time bowlers because they have the batter at 7 and a batter keeper at 7 in English. That'll be the boundary. There is an escape route after all. And Maxwell kicks the air because that has finally created the opportunity.
Well, it's taken 97 balls for this partnership to find a boundary. A well-executed shot, a reasonably slow wicket. Yeah, down on one knee, just using all of the pace Maxwell gives on offer. Huge amount of relief for KL Rahul.
I wonder if there's been a 97-ball phase this World Cup without a boundary.
It's a no-risk shot, and that's what they should be looking to do. They have to look to get at least 5 runs and over. These 4 runs and over, these 97 deliveries, 98 deliveries that they've played. Yes, you need a little bit of consolidation, but you also need to look to score some runs now. This is turning out to be a good over only because of that boundary. 6 runs in the over so far. 1 ball left.
Seven came off the over. 27 gone. 141 for 3.
जाबाजों का मेला है खेल कबड्डी हुनकारा जयकारा खेल कबड्डी खेल कबड्डी खेल कबड्डी जाबाजों का मेला है खेल कबड्डी हिम्मत की जज्बे की मिसालें रखती खेल कबड्डी 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 खेल कबड्डी
देखिए प्रो कबड्डी लीग सीजन 10 2 दिसंबर से।
Australia 1 over ahead for where they should be. We often talk about being an over behind and therefore you've got to bring an extra fielder inside the circle. Well, here's one for you. If you go to overs quickly, you can have an extra fielder out for the last over.
Yeah, it certainly would be a huge reward. He's summed up this passage of play beautifully. Australia looking to continue to bowl their overs as miserly and as fast as possible. Pat Cummins ringing the changes, but that has not affected the impact, the pace of play at all. Australia certainly winning this period of the game.
What this passage of play has also shown is something we've seen right through this World Cup, is that the test match style batters who are used to adapting and playing in different kinds of situations are the people who have done well here. Ball suddenly bounces, seems they've got an answer. Ball suddenly dips, turns, they've got an answer. You lose 3 wickets, they've got an answer. So the old test match style batters has shown there is much to value when it comes to 50 overs cricket. Rare single conceded. I mean, it was these two that came together at 2 for 3. Put on 165 in that partnership against Australia that kick-started the World Cup for India. And even within this quiet phase, Virat Kohli's 51 of 59. Just knows how to pace an innings. Starks is the master of that one-day innings. Just understands situations almost better than anybody else.
Yeah, excellent rotator of strike, particularly against spinners. Picks length very, very well. Therefore, can get back and forward at a split second quicker than most.
Again through the gap, bit of a chase, but the chase is quick, so they get only a single. Once again, just 4 singles of that over, 28 gone. It's 146 now for 3.
Ideal husbands to the world, but on my couch tonight, these boys are nothing but just Kens without their Barbies.
Just make sure our relationship stay intact.
And my name is Khan. You all were definitely having steamy affairs with this costume department.
Not at all. Dad's film, there's a character called Shadi Ram Ghar Jode. He's Karan Johar Ghar Tode.
One thing Varun has that you don't.
A big ass.
He has a bubble butt.
Smooth as velvet.
Hotstar Specials. Coffee with Current Season 8. November 23rd. Co-presented by Google Pixel and Jaguar Bath & Light on Disney Plus Hotstar.
So Australia pulled back things nicely after India got 80 in their first 10. So 66 in the next 18. Now Cummins back into the attack. And the good thing from India's point of view, they've not panicked. They're just biding their time, taking their singles, looking to build on this partnership, getting a platform from where they can accelerate to reach 280 or so.
Virat Kohli, he's a master accumulator. He got off to a really nice start. 3 boundaries in a row. Mitchell Starks over. But then, once a couple of wickets went down, this is where he really gets in his groove. Just knows how to continue to accumulate without soaking up too many balls. Before you know it, he's 54 of 62.
And striking at almost 90. Oh, he's gone here. Inside edge. Back onto the stumps. And this is a massive blow. Once again, it's the Australian captain who brings himself back on and breaks the partnership.
Yeah, it's terrific from Pat Cummins, and the length that he's generally bowled today that has astounded the Indian fans. Dismissed Virat Kohli. And it's been a simple plan, just bang the ball into the surface where it's really difficult sometimes to time it, and the timing of this breakthrough as India tried to build towards the back end of the innings, that says it all. Good leadership, good bowling. .54 to Virat Kohli, 148 for 4.
ओरियो और मैं एक ऐसी बात बताने वाले हैं जो आप किसी को नहीं बोल सकते, किसी को भी नहीं, टीम इंडिया के चांसेस के बारे में, क्योंकि बार बार बोलने से आपको पता है ना क्या होता है। ओरियो बोला मत बोल।
not doing that on purpose. I'm not going to reveal.
So Ravindra Jadeja has come out to the middle, ahead of Srikakulam Yadav. I think the reason behind that must be there are a lot of overs still left. And they want a right-hand, left-hand batting combination. And Cummins with his tail up. They've been very good in the field, the Australians. And even that delivery. It's an awkward height for a batsman. You can see he can't play with a horizontal bat or a vertical bat. Hence the diagonal bat and the inside edge. You can see inside edge is normally coming when the bat is at that angle. So full marks to the bowler as well. On a slow surface like this to get it in that area. Credit to the captain.
I was very surprised that Australia didn't employ the short ball more to Virat Kohli in this innings, but what a time to be able to bring it out. Paddy Cummins today, he knew how important the short balls have been into this wicket. A little bit of two pace, so the batter not knowing whether the ball's going to really skip on, whether it's going to hold on the surface. And for the Australian bowlers, that's a default ball, and has been for Virat Kohli. Used sparingly today. So wide from Pat Cummins. Just that extra bit of bounce. Virat thought he could get on top of it to be able to run it down the third. But just kept coming into him, just that inside part of his bat, which is the angle that Pat Cummins gets from over the wicket. He goes a little bit wide of the crease. And the one thing Australia would have been talking about in lead up to this game, get that crowd to be as quiet as possible. Now, I tell you what, it's like we're in a library right now. 149 for 4.
सर मेंबरशिप होगा
पर मैंने तो यूज भी नहीं की
फिर तो वेस्ट हो गई
सेल फॉरवर्ड कर दो
ऐसा कहाँ होता है
मेरी नीवा भूपा हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी में
मतलब
It lets me carry forward my unutilized base coverage to the next year.
जिंदगी को क्लेम कर ले
हमारे लाखों चाहने वाले
जब अपनी टेंशन्स भूल जाते हैं तब लगता है कामयाब है हम
पान बहार
पहचान कामयाबी की
So 149 for 4. Jadeja has come ahead. Srikakulam Yadav. Good opportunity for Australia here to tighten the screws.
Halfway, boys. Let's go halfway.
Good partnership being broken. You often find when you get a player like Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli out
Unbelievable ball. Now, if you can see any movement on your television sets, I can assure you, when you're out there batting and you get this delivery, swinging late, nipping off the seam, that has moved a lot. Brought to the end. A courageous knock. How courageous? Is it a match winner or something else? Gone for 66. 203 for 6.
सर अभी तक कुछ पता नहीं चला मतलब
ना
2.5 घंटे हो गए हम प्लीज कुछ कीजिए ना सर
जो मर्जी हो करो लेकिन आज रात में उसको सुलटाओ
आपने जिस नंबर को कॉल किया है वो बंद है
Right now, this changes the dynamics completely because we've got Srikakulam Yadav at the other end. He's on 10. There's 50 balls left. There's Mohammad Shami, Jasprit Bumrah and the others to come. How long before? Great tournament with ball in hand, but this time it's bad. Take a look at this ball. And you'll just go, wow, it's a difficult ball to bowl.
Well, I think KL Rahul has done really well to actually get anything on this. Sums up the form that he's been in throughout this tournament. An absolute beauty round the wicket. Moving a long way. Excellent move from Cummins to get Stark back into the attack while the ball is reverse swinging.
Well, Shami just says, I can score boundaries too. Just little flick off his pad. I think deep backward square was way too square.
Mark Howard early on was talking about Virat Kohli. He was talking about how he wrote his own scripts. And Mohammad Shami has been exactly that as well in this World Cup. Now with bat, been magnificent with the ball. A rare boundary, a real diamond. Just gets a little straight.
Seventh from the over, but the big wicket of KL Rahul, 207 for 6.
One thing Varun has that you don't, a big ass.
वही तो सेलिंग पॉइंट है तुम्हारी फिल्म की।
अरे धर्मा का हीरो है, बहुत नाजुक है।
How dare you?
हम करण यहाँ शुद्धि करने आए हैं।
I'm doing coffee with Karan. Please come on my show. Oh, you were there, but आप तो हर पार्टी पे जाते हो।
ये शरण जोहर घर तोड़े।
Just keep quiet. I can't bear this. No crap, Mr. Johar. She's trolling you.
With just Bumrah, Kuldeep and Siraj to come. And while Shami and Bumrah can handle themselves, Maud Zedos, what does Srikakulam Yadav do? There's 48 balls left. Does he just keep going? Or does he now start to switch into T20 mode and make the most of what he can?
Yeah, here I think it's quite a tricky balance to find, but he has to back his tail. Ball is only reverse swinging at one end quite significantly. Trying to establish a partnership for these last 8 overs. And then look to capitalise at one end. It's clearly not going to be an easy task to find the boundary, particularly at the opposite end that Pat Cummins is bowling from.
It really depends on what India think is a good score here. Is it what's currently projected at 247? Do they feel a bit more? Is it at 270? Is it 8 runs and over from this point in time? That would have been the conversations in those wicket breaks. But I don't think you can afford to necessarily just throw yourself under a bus if you're Srikakulam Yadav at this stage and try and go too hard. You've got to ink it out a little bit more. Even push into the last 5 overs, then take your opportunities.
probably tell themselves, look, track's a bit slow. If there's no dew, 250, 260 could be a competitive score. We don't have to power our way and maybe self-destruct, even if it means inching your way, getting the odd boundaries. Get to 250, get to 260, got something to play with, and then just tell climatic conditions or the gods to decide on the dew. Look, we waited a long time. We've set up this occasion. Can you stay away tonight? I do think this game hinges on the dew. I think if there is dew, whatever India does is going to be inadequate.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Harsha. If conditions remain as they are right now, actually could turn out to be a really good game if India can get themselves up to 245, 255.
I thought you might go 241.
Certainly, I think India would take 241 right now.
There's a fielder there in the deep, so he'll get a single. World Cup, India semi-final decided at about 239. Your final was 241. Australia scraped in with 200 in a 212 game. That 1999, that great semi-final, one of the great games of all time, 213.
They do generally tend to be lower scoring matches. You can just feel and sense that batters do tighten up.
Seven left, 2-1-1 for 6.
T20 की बेस्ट टीम बनना मुश्किल है। साउथ अफ्रीकन विकेट्स पे उनके ही पेसर्स को डोमिनेट करना मुश्किल है।
बाल बचे,
लेकिन साउथ अफ्रीका को उनके ही घर में हराने में मजा आएगा। मुश्किल है, तभी तो मजा आएगा।
KFC T20 इंटरनेशनल साउथ अफ्रीका वर्सेस इंडिया 10 दिसंबर से लाइव स्टार स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क और डिज्नी प्लस हॉटस्टार पर।
This one rises a little further.
Throw the old Eden Gardens into that mix as well. Cement stands, seen it forever. Sailed off into the abyss.
Produced good India-Australia test matches.
Oh, love it, Harsha. Good 3 days.
Give me an inch sometimes, Hedos.
Then what happened? That was truly one of the great test matches, no doubt about it.
Doesn't count for much, though. It's all part of history. Too long back. What's happening today? 2-1-1 for 6. India. So far, it looks like he's perfectly capable of handling himself, Shami. I know it's just 8 balls, but he's looked handy. Oh, there's some Aussies. Hedos, while you were looking at Morgs, we saw some Aussies in the crowd. Ah, there they are. In equal proportion in this stadium to the populations of our countries.
Yeah, that's about it. There goes Dunn. Good on you. Look at him mixing it in there. And the ironic part about it is there's actually 1 million Indians of the 25 million in Australia as well. So I think your probably maths are a bit out. Oh, me, oh my. A couple of early arrivals, they booked their tickets before they knew about the semis.
Fair on them to still represent wear their country shirts. Went for the big one, got the edge. Shami probably thought, I'll go along on, another goes down. Left him as so many deliveries are. Stark picks up another 2-1-1 for 7.
Well, this ball continues to move around. Only taken Mohamed Shami 10 balls before he's had a wipe. Look at how much this moves. Thick edge through to Josh Inglis. Well taken, and Australia have their 7th wicket. With the ball moving around the way it is, easily bowl India out here. Mohamed Shami goes for 6, India 211 for 7.
सर अभी तक कुछ पता नहीं चला मतलब
ना
2.5 घंटे हो गए हम प्लीज कुछ कीजिए ना सर
जो मर्जी हो करो लेकिन आज रात में उसको सुलटाओ
आपने जिस नंबर को कॉल किया है वो बंद है
Jasprit Bumrah comes out. Didn't quite walk out to bat. He charged out to bat. He's got to do more than just that now. He'll get off strike.
Well, the decision to bring him back into the attack is proving very fruitful for Australia. Always very difficult. Just coming in and having to face a reverse swinging ball. Australia taking advantage of conditions.
Now to farm the strike, and he's done that well of the last ball of this over as Srikakulam goes on to 13, 2-1-3 for 7.
शादी से पहले नहीं कोई आ रहा है
मैं आज आगरा जा रही हूँ सिड का बर्थडे है यार उसको सरप्राइज करने जा रही हूँ
हैप्पी बर्थडे
Faces in that dugout. No game is won or lost till both teams have played. But at the moment this game is very much in Australia's half.
Yeah, you have to put a question mark around that as well though. Question mark, is it? What is a good total? When I saw this wicket, when I first arrived at the ground and had a good look at it, I thought, wow, this is going to be a low scoring game. It's going to be a real battle. Spin's obviously going to play its part. That question mark will become an exclamation mark though if there's due. It's going to be a real game changer, and I always felt that this type of wicket on this venue was going to reduce the margins and put them into favour heading towards Australia's direction. If it was a really good wicket, if it was obviously a 300 type wicket, you'd think that India's batting that's been so good in this World Cup would have just dominated, would have put Australia under immense pressure, got that crowd that's silent on its feet. But because it's been this type of innings, there's been no momentum whatsoever from a batting sense. It's lent weight towards Australia's fight-back spirit here.
There's only been one game in the last 10 that India's batting has been threatened like this. It was in Lucknow, I think, against England. And they made only 229 and ended up winning by 100.
When you look at what's to come from an Australian batting point of view, there's no question in my mind that Travis Head and Davey Warner are going to go hard inside those first 5 to 10 overs. They're going to be really looking to try and reveal the jugular early so that they can get that middle order that's a little more vulnerable. It's test mark special middle order performance from Australia, but from Labuschagne and Smith. And then try and get some sort of platform from Maxwell to come in at the back. A bit like Srikakulam Yadav here. We're waiting for something to happen, Srikakulam Yadav. You've been designed to be in this team for this exact reason. the final 10 to go hard, and he hasn't yet.
Interestingly, though, you look at the wickets. Maxwell's got 1 wicket. That's the only wicket that's gone to spin. That was Rohit Sharma early on. They've bowled tight. This is the last over for Zampa. He's only gone 43. Curiously, I know Marsh is not a spinner. He bowled cutters today. Marsh and Head between the ball 4 overs for 9. Oh, that could be close. The finger will go up. Bumrah will have a little conversation. Are they going to review? No, they don't. He's walking off. So Zampa picks up a wicket, even as I say that spin hadn't.
Well, it was bad. Now it's going to worse. The flames are still going off, but there's not the crowd in play here whatsoever. They are stunned. Again, straight. 35% of the times, Adam Zampa, that fellow there, hits the stumps, and he's done it again. Adding to that percentage. No review. Bumrah, that's just 1 to the total, 214 for.
You and me, kahin bhi, kabhi bhi, kiss me. There's a kiss in every kiss me. How to kiss me, every kiss. There's a kiss in every kiss me. How to kiss me, every kiss.
Parle Kiss Me, हर kiss me में है kiss.
Right, Kuldeep Yadav in at 10. This is the final of the World Cup, over number 45. They got a slip in the short leg. He's also a sort of catching cover, I think. He can handle himself, Kuldeep, but this long on's dropping back, deep mid wickets dropping back, not known to be a big hitter. His role at the moment is to find himself with the non-strikers and as quickly as possible and as often as possible. And for Srikakulam Yadav now to break free, doesn't have enough batting support at the other end. Last ball of this spell. He's now joined Muralitharan as a leading wickets taken by a spinner in any edition. They take the single. That's interesting. Zampa bowls out. 1 for 44. It's 2-1-5 for 8.
Hello, can I watch the game with you guys? But there's one condition. It's only if you have lays. No lays, no game.
Wasn't a review, but where is it going? Eyes called.
Right, 5 overs to go. Zampa now has 23 wickets in this World Cup. Joins Muthaiya Muralitharan, who took 23 in 2007. As in an edition of the World Cup. Something strange, he took a single. And that exposes 10 and maybe 11 to a reverse swinging ball from mid-Stark. He'll get off the mark, so the single was all right, as it turns out, but he flicked it right in front of the stumps.
He certainly did. Played that very comfortably. Kuldeep Yadav. This was very, very straight. All you needed to know, Jasprit Bumrah was not even interested remotely in sending it upstairs. Brilliant bowling. Again, good captaincy from Pat Cummins. Getting his leading wicket taker on. Bowling to a new batter.
Right, we'll get a clue now. He'll take the single again. So he's obviously backing Kuldeep to face mid-Stark. It's all been perfect for Australia so far. Good toss to win, dry surface. It's allowed a bit of grip. Reverse swing as the innings has gone on. There's another innings to come. Bumrah, Shami, Jadeja. They've had fantastic World Cups. And what about Australia's top three? Australia's top three combined average over 50 and strike about 110. There's got to be some contest there. Warner, Head, Marsh, Bumrah, Siraj, Shami, and then Jadeja. What about Kuldeep in the mix?
You mentioned all fast bowlers and you put Jadeja there, but the one that is key for mine is the bloke now batting, Kuldeep. Sense that this is his opportunity. Somehow find a way, those fast bowlers, to take a few wickets inside that first power play and through the middle, putting all of the middle order batsmen under pressure. Kuldeep Yadav could be the one that's, in my view, the most dangerous. Jadeja won't give anything away, nothing.
It might run away to the boundary. No, it won't. Because David Warner just guards that area like the sentry. David Warner at 37 is batting beautifully, isn't he?
Been absolutely excellent alongside the likes of Glenn Maxwell, who has been unbelievable in this tournament. First ever double 100 in the Men's Cricket World Cup. Certainly their part to play in this run chase.
Yeah, he'll have his go, Maxwell, but more importantly, I think